Darkness Moves is the title of an anthology of poetry by Henri Michaud. There was not necessarily one poem that kind of stuck out to me to kind of inspire me for this one particular piece. It was more the kind of the essence of a kind of rather quite dark, kind of otherworldly, psychedelic, very kind of not of this world, and that's kind of something that usually inspires me and gets me kind of gets my kind of creative juices flowing. It's been a long time since I've written a piece for clarinet. I've written 2 clarinet pieces, but I've never written a solo clarinet piece before. I've always waited for the right time and the right moment and the right thing that would kind of make me want to write the piece. I made the decision to write the piece on the clarinet, and so because of that, it does have a distinctly kind of quasi-improvisatory feel to it, particularly in the second half of the piece. It's held together by a kind of motive. It's not big enough to be a theme, but it's a single pitch which is alternated between a different fingering of the same pitch. So it's the same note, but a different fingering, which gives it a different colour, and it gives it this kind of unstable quality. I mean, one thing I did want to make sure that I had in this piece was a huge range of contrasting material. There is a moment in the piece where I use the calf of my leg and play the lowest note of the instrument, and then as I cover the bell of the clarinet with the calf of my leg, it actually bends the pitch down a semitone. And I'm at the same time I'm singing through the instrument at this, so it becomes like a kind of weird horn, and so it's not really clarinety. That is also kind of inspired by the Michaud poetry as well, this kind of really mad kind of otherworldly kind of writing, which I wanted to translate into music. It's an interesting concept and something that I'm constantly thinking about. This relationship between myself as a player and myself as a performer. But I would say maybe I'm more tapped into me as a performer in this piece than I have been in say Lovescape or Echoes and Embers, the other pieces I've written. And I think that's because I wrote it at the clarinet. It was interesting as well, having written it on the clarinet, there were kind of pitches and kind of ways of solving the compositional problems that I wouldn't necessarily have done had I've used my other compositional technique, which was either just at the piano or at the table or whatever. And it felt false to write this piece at the piano. I think my idea behind the video premiere was actually that the way musicians interact today, the way musicians need to kind of be aware of digital interfaces, of technology, it seemed to me that it would be really appropriate for it to be online and actually to give it as wide an audience as possible. I mean, as far as I know, I've not ever heard of a piece being premiered on a website online. A classical music piece like this, obviously, it seemed to be something kind of quite new and different.